Today, we're doing something a little different today. We have no guest, but we thought it might be fun to...
You're the guest, Dave.
I'm the guest. I'm the guest on my own show. This is great.
I've been in that same seat.
You have. We've done some of this with you before. Today we're going to recap my recent birthday visit to Los Angeles. I flew out to see Michael Monroe perform at the Whisky. And man, it was a great trip, great show, a lot of different characters that I ran into out there. So basically just sort of recapping the whole weekend. By the time you're watching or listening to this episode, April 12th will be well in the rear view mirror. This happened April 12th. You'll be watching this at some point in June, I guess, watching and listening. But regardless, a good time is a good time. So
what was your happy belated birthday, because this was a birthday gift to yourself, and you went out there with our buddy Buzz, who's a longtime friend of yours, and just start at the airport.
Yeah. So first of all, I need to preface this by saying I never do anything like this. Never, ever, ever. I just can't justify the expense of flying to a gig, staying in a hotel. Concerts are expensive enough without all the airfare and the hotel. And typically a touring act will come somewhere a little closer to me that I can make a road trip out of it or whatever. But all that said, this is Michael Monroe, and he hasn't toured the United States in 9 years. I saw him the last time he was in the States. He played as part of South by Southwest in 2010 or something like that.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was a while back. Point being, however, it was easily one of the top 5 shows I've ever seen in a lifetime of going to concerts. He was amazing. And I know it gets billed as Michael Monroe, but his band is incredible. The band's been steady since about 2010, I guess, except for one guitar slot turns over quite a bit. He's had Ginger, he's had Dragon from the Backyard Babies, and he's got Rich Jones now from the Black Halos, who's been with him now for a number of years.
Who's been on Talk Louder before.
Yes, correct. We do have a Black Halos episode with Billy Hopeless and Rich Jones. So anyway, I never do this kind of thing. And when the show was announced at the Whisky, I took a look at it and I realized the date was my actual birthday, April 12th. And then I looked further and realized it's a Saturday night. So it's Michael Monroe, who hasn't been in the States for 9 or 10 years, Saturday night at the legendary Whisky on my birthday. So the planets were aligning. I called Buzz and I said, "You want to make a game plan out of this?" He said, "Yes." So off we went. And so basically we arrived on the 11th. We gave ourselves a day just to get settled, just to arrive in LA and get settled. And one of our decisions was to stay in a hotel that was literally located on Sunset Boulevard. So, of course, you're paying a premium for that hotel. It was a nice hotel. I should say the name of the hotel. It was called the London. Mm-hmm. And it's literally like a half a block off of Sunset. But you can see the Whisky A Go-Go from the driveway to this hotel. So it's literally a stone's throw across Sunset to the Whisky. And our thinking was we'd rather spend a ton of money on the hotel and be centralized and be in walking distance of everything than saving money on the hotel and being located somewhere where we would need Ubers or taxis or whatever